I've got another caller, and it looks to be a motor scooter question, and so I wanted to get that. I promise we're going to talk about the Volusia County stuff, but let me see. We got Joel. Joel, are you on?
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Joel. You got a question for us?
I got a question. About a week. It was last Sunday, in fact. I was out riding on my Vespa. I got a 150, and I'm riding on the Vespa. It was a beautiful day. I don't ride it much. I take every precaution in the world. I had the helmet, pads, the whole thing. And out of the blue, the front tire blows out, and I went down. I hit the pavement about 45 miles an hour, and I'm next thing you know, I've got paramedics giving me morphine and an ambulance. That cost me $1,000, and then I've had checkups. I've had to go back to the doctor. But I mean, I'm just wondering. People keep saying, "Oh, you probably got a case there." I'm like, a case for what? But just randomly, a tire blows out on a straightaway, no reason whatsoever. I go down and messes up my week. Do I have a case against Pirelli, the tire company, or Vespa?
Yeah, you'd have to show a defect, Joel, in the manufacturer of the tire, or that somebody did some work that was negligent. You just because somebody gets into an accident doesn't mean that they necessarily have a case.
Right. I'm not the most litigious guy in the world, and I'm basically lazy. I don't really see myself following up on all that.
You sound really, really familiar. Have we met?
Have you been to a bar?
Is this Joel Murray?
Yeah.
I knew it was you, Joel. Speaking of Caddyshack, this is Caddyshack Day at Sports and Courts. We just had Steve Azar on. He also answered my 7 o'clock call.
Oh, yeah.
And played his. We
heard George Bailey needed help this morning.
And so I reached out to my Caddyshack brethren. Joel is one of the Murray brothers that own Caddyshack here locally. Is fine restaurant. I ate a Lex and Terry there yesterday, and paid full price, Joel. And
good.
and Joel, you've got a lot of projects going on, man, and I know. Adam, I told Adam that you were getting involved with 2.5 Men, or we're on the first episode of 2.5 Men. He got so excited he couldn't sit still. But you know Adam, he never can sit still.
I'm still bouncing around, Joel.
Oh, he would have been out of his mind. The first episode back, and I'm not supposed to say anything. I'm sworn to secrecy. So let's talk about it on the radio.
Please do.
I've read stuff in the paper already, so I know what I can and can't say. But Charlie, it turns out, is dead. And the funeral, they brought back every girl that has ever been on the show. And it was like kids in a candy store. Me and Ryan Stiles walking around all week. Adam would have loved it. But it was pretty humorous in the way they handled it. And I thought I was going to have a big part. I was a delivery guy. But it was all secret, and they just sign you on. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm on base, sure. And you get there and you find out you got 2 lines, and you're delivering an urn. But... It was a fun week, and from Jenny McCarthy to Jerry Ryan. I mean, every chick that Charlie ever waved at was on the show. It was like doing an episode of Entourage, I guess.
That's a good way to start back off. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it was good.
Joel, when did that air?
I believe it's September 19th.
And is that the traditional Monday night slot?
I don't really watch the show.
I was worried about that. You see, I knew I'd give you softballs. I never know what Adam or Bruce are going to do. So
tee them up pretty high, will you guys?
Yeah, right.
But, no, I just get the residual checks. I've been on it a couple of times, but I don't necessarily go out of my way to watch Charlie or the whole gang. But yeah, I think it's the same exact spot. Yeah, Chuck Lorre owns the world.
Joel, I've got my producer going nuts at me that I need to take a break. I can say thank you now if you want to come. If I can borrow you for a couple more minutes now that I've woken you up so early, I'd love to.
Yeah, it's 3 hours earlier on this coast,
Yeah, I know. I might just let you go.
I'll hang around. I'll have a cup of coffee, and maybe I'll be awake next segment.
Thanks, Joel. We'll be right back with you.
You're listening to Sports and Courts Radio with John Phillips on 1010XL.
We doubt ourselves, we doubt our beliefs, we doubt our institutions, and we doubt the law. But today you are the law. You are the law. Not some book, not the lawyers, not a marble statue, or the trappings of the court. See, those are just symbols of our desire to be just.
We are back. And we're back, hopefully, wide awake or some semi-awake. Joel Murray. You still on with us, Joel?
I'm back. Back. I'm medicated. I've got coffee now.
2 shots of Red Bull and a coffee.
I literally did go down on the Vespa last Sunday.
Did you really?
Yeah. I've got a broken collarbone, and I got a really interesting bruise that looks strangely like Jesus. I'm going to see if I can get some money out of that somehow.
That I will give me 15%. We'll get that on to the Today Show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but just you and your Vespa. That's it.
Yeah.
Pothole. No
Beautiful day.
pothole.
I was literally
No.
thinking to myself, what a great day to have a bike. Bam.
Oh man.
Hmm.
Well, thoughts and prayers are with you, dude. What's the Bobcat Goldthwait? I wish I could do a good Bobcat Goldthwait, but nobody can but Bobcat.
Yeah.
What's that
He's a
project?
chameleon. I'm actually going to do that this morning. I got to get in the car and drive up to Ventura, an hour away, and do some extra shots. It's a movie called God Bless America, and Bob sent me a script a while back, and I said, "Oh God, that's really funny. What you want me to play the milkman again, or what?" And he said, "No, Frank." I'm like, "Frank, the guy?" I'm like, "Yeah, the lead." So I'm the lead in a Hollywood movie. So it's very exciting, and it's a goofy comedy where this guy has got a brain tumor and he's lost his job and his wife, and he's got a gun in his mouth. He's about to kill himself, and he's watching My Sweetest 16 on MTV, and he decides rather than kill himself, he's going to go drive down to Virginia Beach and kill that little brat. And I get caught killing a 16-year-old girl by another 16-year-old girl, and the two of us go on a killing spree, killing everything that's wrong with America. And no matter what your political affiliations are, you'll be glad that most of these people die.
Fantastic. I can't
wait.
As a criminal defense attorney, I am extremely intrigued, and as a movie buff, I am even more intrigued.
Yeah, well, his last movie was called World's Greatest Dad with Robin Williams. It was one of the darkest comedies I've seen in a long time, but it was really, really good. And this is his 5th film, and he thinks it's his best. So fingers crossed, everybody.
Absolutely.
If I can get everybody in America to watch it twice, I will make a couple bucks. So that's good.
Well, we'll push the heck out of it. We'll have you back on when it comes back on, and I know Adam and I, we didn't wear our crazy pants today, but we can't wait for the Crazy Pants contest in March. Lord knows what Adam's already planning. He's probably got nuclear fusion happening in some tailor's office.
Actually working in gerbils and hamsters running in wheels to make it light up.
Safety's the big concern, Joel.
Joel, when you said gerbils, I got a little nervous. I know some of the 1010 people are listening in today, and I'm sure they are just like, "Oh, this guy, John's got such potential with the Sports and Court show," and he had to go to the gerbil joke.
Oh, I didn't go there. I didn't. You did. Anyway, yeah, this movie, it's already been accepted to the Toronto Film Festival, which is a big deal as far as selling your movies. And we are the opening night midnight show, which is kind of prestigious. So people are jazzed about it, and in fact, the producers are so excited about it. We're going back and shooting more stuff, exteriors and stuff, to just make it look that much better. So I got to go drive a stolen Camaro up and down the beach up in Ventura today.
Fantastic, dude. Well, I appreciate. I realized, and Angela, you met Angela. You saw Angela.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
She's like, come on. That Crazy Pants contest was the best moment of my life. But she reminded me that I was texting you at 7 a.m., which would have been about 4 a.m. your time, and Adam was like, he's probably still out, dude.
Well, I didn't answer it till 7.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Well, man, I truly appreciate
you. I had to get up anyway.
You got to go get some acting in. But I appreciate you joining us, man, and we're gonna plug the heck out of that movie, and can't wait to see you soon.
Well, hopefully I'll be back on Mad Men as well. That starts up next week. I don't know anything about that. They just keep me in the dark with my career.
Hey.
And The Shameless. I don't know if anybody saw that last season.
Absolutely.
Showtime Shameless with Bill Macy. I did 10 out of the 12 of those, and hopefully I'm going to come back as a ghost in that and haunt somebody.
You're the man. You were one of my Darman and Greg. I got to admit, was one of my favorite shows growing up, just because I had a crush on Jenna Elfman, and you had such a good role in that. I always said, man, Joel Murray is one of those guys I want to meet, and lo and behold,
here we are dating. Yeah, I did that for 5 years, 6 blocks from my house. That is the ultimate Los Angeles dream, to have a job that close. I sold a Durango I had for 4 years that had 12,000 miles on it. That's how little I was driving at that point.
Wow.
It was pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, Joel, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. I appreciate your friendship, and I knew when I had an emergency I could lean out on a couple of my Caddyshack guys and carry me through the hour. And heck, now I'm running over again. So. Well,
we had to go to the break for that Jaguars commercial, and that is very important, people, because if you don't buy Jaguars tickets, we'll be watching them here in Los Angeles.
You couldn't punctuate that more. That's exactly right.
The whole city is looking at the Jaguars, hoping that they're going to come here.
Hear that, Jacksonville. Hear that.
Yeah, go out and get the tickets. Keep them there.
All right, Joel. I appreciate it, man. Be safe. Let that collarbone heal.
All right.
All right.
Will do. All the best.
You
See ya.
too.